Welcome to the new mezzanine of OnScent. We have a total of 264 raw materials that we can pour. 120 of them are on top in enormous totes, and underneath we have another 80 of them in drums. And then at the end of this whole process we have 64 raw materials that we can pour through a robot cluster. The blue elements that you can see on the top are actually indicators on the levels of the raw material inside those totes. If the level of a raw material in the tote will drop below a certain level, then we will have to replenish it. We do not have to go all the way up to the mezzanine. We do it from below, we pump it into the tank, and then we will continue compounding. Another major efficiency in the system. We would like to demonstrate you now how this whole process works with our newer software. Christian will show you how to actually compound one of our materials. So Christian, please go ahead. So he will first scan the actual raw material based upon the recipe on your screen. And the only thing he needs to do is actually pour the material that is coming straight from the totes above into the line. Once he reaches the acceptable point, the screen turns green, and that means that he is now ready. He can accept the pour, and from here you can go to the next item. What we gain with this is an enormous amount of efficiency. Up until now, our compounders had to grab a forklift, grab a drum from the rack, bring it to the pot and pour it from the drum directly into the pot. Now the only thing they have to do is just scan the next raw material, wait until the computer is ready, pour the material in the pot, and we're good to go. So the next step in the process will be that we are using the carts and come over here where we store the remainder of the raw materials that needs to be compounded. These will be medium-sized raw materials needed for the formula, and then the final step will happen on the other side here in what we call our Speedy Susans. We are here in between two massive stainless steel tanks. In these tanks we store our solvents that we are using for the fragrance compositions. All the materials from here, this solvent is going directly to the places where the compounders are finalizing their fragrance compositions. So after everything is done with the mezzanine and the medium-sized raw materials, we go to the final step. The final step here is the Speedy Susan. The Speedy Susans are 4 cylinders and towers basically with raw materials, and the compounders will then add the last raw materials in the composition, which completes the actual fragrance compounding. After this it can be packed and will be shipped to our customers. And that's the total process.